So now you know how to monetize your not safe for work content with platforms like Fanvue and Patreon. And this is the full package. You know where to start, so what kind of character you want to create, how to create the character with AI tools, how to create their social media page, so their Instagram page and so on, and how to monetize. What's next? The next thing, of course, is automate the more you can. Because, of course, if you automate part of the process, you will make money without even lifting a finger. So what you can automate, when you can automate, and how to automate your AI influencer business. Let's start by saying this. Of course, at the beginning, if you don't have much money to spend on automation, because of course automation will cost you money, you will do it all by yourself. So you will create content, you will interact with your audience, you will sell them your content, you will chat with them, and so on. Of course, when you reach a certain point and you start making money, or you already have some money that you are willing to spend on this business, you can start thinking which part of the business to automate. So of course, the first thing that everyone wants to automate when they reach this kind of level is the chatting part. Because of course, chatting takes a lot of time. If you do it by yourself, you can't chat 24/7 because of course you have other things to do in life, like for example sleep or eat, go out with friends, go out with partner and so on. So of course you can't spend 24 hours a day to chat with horny guys and to sell them not safe for work stuff. And of course, if you're doing just the safe for work page, this part is a little bit easier because you don't have to chat with horny guys. But let's say that you do both, because of course with both you will earn more money and quicker. So you have to chat with horny guys. So if you can automate the chatting part, a lot of your time will be free. And this you can do in two different ways. You can hire some chatters. So hire some people that offer chatting services, and usually they have a team of chatters that can bring the chat on 24/7, 365 days a year. So they will chat for you and they will sell your content for you. Of course, you have to instruct them on how your character works. So how your character is, how their personality is, how they talk, what kind of emojis do you use the most, and so on, because of course you want to stay consistent with the way you interact with your character. So let's take an example. Your character is a dominatrix. You have to instruct the chatters on how she speak with your audience. Or your character is a super sweet guy, for example. You have to instruct your chatters on how your character interact and speaks. Once you do that, they will take the chatting work from you and they will generate basically money for you, because they will talk with your clients and they will upsell your content to them. And of course, with this kind of services, you usually will pay a fee to the chatters. So usually is 20%, 30% of the revenue that they will make you. And this is to hire chatters for your page. Another thing that you can do is to have a bot that will do pretty much the same thing. So now in the AI world, of course, there are AI bots that can talk, that can speak and write as a human being. So you will have to pay for the bot, or if you have skills and knowledge, you can create your own bot and have the bot doing the chatting part. This is great also for platform like Instagram, for example, because of course chatters are more inclined to work on Fanvue, for example, because they will sell something and they will earn a percentage of what they sell. On Instagram, of course, they don't sell directly on Instagram. So a chatter for Instagram will ask you for a specific amount of money each month to do the chatting part. With a bot, you can make the bot doing the Instagram chatting part, for example, and also the fan view, or you can decide to have a bot for Instagram and a real person for fan view. Why this? Because, of course, on Instagram, you just need to create interest and to convince your potential client to check out your fan view page. So you have, Instagram is your funnel for fan view. So you don't have to sell anything. You just make them see your fan view page and then decide if they want to subscribe to you or to chat with you for a small price, for example. On FanView, of course, you have to sell your content. And of course, you can do it with a bot because right now with the new AI tools, bots are almost indistinguishable from a human. But if you want that personal, that human touch that only a human can have and not a bot, you will need a human chatters. So that's totally up to you. People are earning a lot of money in both ways, with real chatters and with bot chatters. So you can maybe start with one and then decide to upgrade. But of course, chatters are taking a commission of what you make. So you already making money, you just give them 20-30%. So I think that is a great way to automate the most boring and most time consuming part of the AI influencer business. So what I'm suggesting is to use a bot for Instagram and a human chatters for FanView. So now that you have learned how to automate the chatting part, you can decide to automate other things of your business. Or you can decide just to automate this part and do the rest manually. So what you can automate next? Maybe your content creation. I mean, when you delegate your chatting part to a chatter, for example, you just basically need to create content. So to make pictures, to make videos, to make audios about your character. So you will already have much more free time because the heavy lifting is done by a chatter. But if you want to automate it even more, you can even automate the content creation part. And as well here, you can have a human do the job for you, or you can have an AI do the job for you. So if you go with the human route, of course, is like any other business. You delegate part of the job to another person that can do the same thing that you do. So basically, you hire someone or more than one person to create your images, to create your videos, to create your audios. And so that part is done. Or you can have the AI do the things automatically. So you will need to create or to have someone creating you, like a make automation or an N8N automation that can automate all the content creation process. So the first idea, the prompt, the website where you want to create it, and the final product, so the picture or the video, and you even can automate the fact that it will automatically upload the content on your social media. Pros and cons, of course, are always the same. If you have a human do this kind of part, the human can check if the images is good enough, if the video is good enough, and so on. If you have an AI bot that automate the entire process, especially even the posting on social media, you don't have that control over your picture that you generate. So if the pictures you've generated, it's not that good, you can take a look at the picture or at the video in time before posting. Of course, if you decide to skip the auto posting part and to manually review all your content, that way is a little bit more safe, because of course you have the AI automation that do the content, you select the content that turns out to be good, and then you post it manually on social media. The first things that you can automate, of course, is the posting on social media. And as we can see, you can create an automation with an N8N, for example, to do it for you. Or, of course, you can hire a social media manager that will manage your social media. Of course, if you are doing not safe for work, you have to bring in a person that is capable and want to work with not safe for work. Of course, not all the people want to get involved with not safe for work content, so of course you have to choose the right person for the job. But once you automate the process of creating your content, once you automated the process of managing the social media and the chatting part on FanView, you just have to sit down, enjoy while you watch your bank account grow. So basically, you automate all the process and you just make money on autopilot.